Welcome to my YouTube channel Marketing 5.0. Thanks much and continuously watching my videos and subscribing to my channel and sharing with your network. So as you all know, we've been releasing videos under the new series called Marketing Through Pandemic. And so far we released 6 videos about the different aspects related to pandemic, the marketing, consumer behavior, and store loyalty, consumer loyalty, those aspects. In this line today, we talk about something very new and how a company can manage the psyche of consumer. So the mapping and managing psyche of consumers are a very important thing, which the companies are like need to focus and at times they may struggle also. Because as we all know, like human beings are unique and each consumer has a different psyche and they're all influenced by different aspects, internal, external things. And moreover, this pandemic has put a lot of stress on all of us, all the consumers, and thus affecting the behavior of consumers towards buying products and services. So in this scenario, how the company can understand the psyche of consumer and how they can manage the psyche in order to influence the behavior of consumers towards the betterment of the organization as well as the growth. So let us look at the common psyche which the company has to like focus. So when we look at the mapping of psyche, the consumer normally has the two type of behaviors which normally they express is emotional behavior and rational behavior. So emotional, normally we say it's a hearts of consumer, and rational it's the minds of consumer. It's not about the little hearts of consumer because it's focused on more of feelings aspects of consumer. Rational is more of thinking aspects of the consumer. So what type of a behavior the consumer express? Like when you go for emotional behavior, the consumers are more influenced by the feelings, those side of aspects, and normally they are always on the edge. So they normally may not maintain the neutrality in any decisions. So and these consumers normally make the great brand loyalist or the great consumer loyalists. So these people normally support a specific brand or a store or a company when they get any offer from them. But when you go in for rational, they normally maintain their neutrality and they may not normally just get into any edge of it like positive or negative, they maintain neutral. And they primarily focus on the benefits what they get. So they may not normally associate with any brands or a company or a store for a long period of time. So whenever they find any the better value and offer and benefits suit to the requirements, they normally just go for that particular entity. But unlike the emotional behavior, emotional consumers normally stay with the brand for a long time or store for a long time. So let us see that what actually makes them those kind of behavior and how the company will respond to that particular behavior and ensure and motivate them to stay loyal with the companies and let the company grow. When we look at this table, it's very simple. It talks about like when we talk about the psyche of consumer, emotional, the expressions of consumer normally we look at the fear, you know. So normally these emotional consumers, why they want to stay with the same brand or the company or entity because they normally have the fear of unknown, so they don't want to shift. So it's a kind of debate like why a consumer will stay with a particular entity for a longer period. So it may be a kind of a fear of knowing the unknown things and fear of moving to unknown. So they are very comfortable with whatever they are getting. So they don't want to any shift. And also the anxiety. So these emotional consumers normally have a high level of anxiety and sometimes confusion. So they normally go to actually the place or the brand. So where they will get the kind of comfort zone. So whichever the entity satisfy the requirements and diffuse the fear or reduce the anxiety or give a clarity in whatever they do. So that is where the emotional consumers normally intend to stay with the specific entity for over a period of time. And the expectations are normally very high, high to very high, because they're emotional. So they're normally trying to form an opinion rapidly, either positive or negative. So they normally don't take any neutrality in the decisions. But when you look at the the behavior of consumers, so normally why they express their rationality, normally they are confident, they are aware of things, they have a lot of understanding, and also the knowledge of and what they want. So it's a totally opposite of what actually you see in emotional consumers like fear, anxiety, and confusion. Here, the rational consumers normally they are very confident and they are aware of what they are doing, what they want, and they also understand the offerings. And based on that, they take the decision. So they will not stay with the specific entity for a long time or a brand, but they will actually stay with someone as long as they get the benefits. So their expectations normally are low to medium. So whenever they approach any entity for any kind of a service or a purchase, they normally go with the open mind. They do not go with the very high expectations, so low to medium, and they're trying to actually get the maximum out of it, which is quite opposite to what the emotional consumers. Whenever the emotional consumers approach any entity, normally they have very high to very high expectations. The perceived value, the perception is very high in terms of emotional consumers. But when you look at the rational consumers, the perception is open, so they do not make any judgments of any of the entity unless they go there and see and they experience and they see the benefits. Then they will make their the decisions. So this is a very important thing which the company needs to look at during this pandemic. It's become very high because already the pandemic is putting stress on the consumers, especially the emotional consumers. The fear of the fear level might have increased, the anxiety would have increased, and confusion. So in the normal circumstances, they express this kind of behavior, but during pandemic, it would have increased. The rational consumers, normally they express this kind of psyche like confidence, awareness, understanding. But the pandemic might have put a dent to that because of the uncertainty which are looming outside. Now, how a company can manage this kind of like the psyche and what they have to do. Let us look at this the table where we manage the consumer psyche through pandemic. So how a company respond to the emotional consumers who express fear, anxiety, and confusion, who has very high expectations. How you respond to them? How you make the consumer, like happy, diffuse the fear, anxiety, and confusion with a response of assurance. So what the consumers, emotional consumers always need is assurance. So because assurance is very important to diffuse the fear and anxiety, and also the empathy is very important because sometimes the emotional consumers they wanted to buy something, they may not know what they wanted to buy. So that is where the empathetic aspects of the company is very important. Plus the value. So the value is a very common thing which is applicable for both the rational and emotional consumers. And plus the X factor, which is very important to win the hearts and minds of consumers, is a consumer delight. So for emotional consumers, very important thing the company needs to focus on assurance and empathy to diffuse the expressions of fear, anxiety, and confusion, and to like tune the loyalty aspects to giving value and consumer delight. When you're going for a rational consumers, they already express confident awareness and understanding, and it would have got a little bit dent during pandemic, but still, like they exude their confidence and they are aware of things and understand whatever they buy, though their expectations are low to medium. And they may not say no to value because normally these rational consumers will move from one brand to another brand or entity based on the values. As long as they get value in terms of price, in terms of benefits, or whatever their like expectations. So if they're satisfying the aspects, so they stay with a particular entity. So the value is very important for the rational consumers plus the consumer delight. So consumer delight is like a kind of an X factor. which may enhance the loyalty aspects of rational consumers. So the rational consumers normally may not stay with the same entity for a long time, but as long as they get delighted and the consumer delight, which provides value to whatever they are looking for. So definitely they may stay for a long time and contribute to the particular entity or business. So this is where you see during pandemic how the consumers express uh, their behavior in terms of emotional, rational, and how the expressions of the consumers in terms of emotional, we see fear, anxiety, and confusion. For rational consumers, confident, awareness, and understanding. And also, we saw the expectations of the emotional consumers, which is normally high to very high, because they normally create the high perception value towards anything which they approach. But when you look at the rational consumers, normally they go for a low to medium, which they may not normally look for that. They normally go and approach something with the open mind, and they're trying to get the maximum benefit out of it. So this is the response from companies to ensure the emotional consumers get assurance and empathy, value, and consumer delight. But in terms of rational, already they are open-minded, uh, but still they don't say no to value, which they normally look for. And also the consumer delight, which is X factor. So the consumer delight is the X factor, which is very, very important. The company needs to offer to the consumers during pandemic, because this pandemic normally would have like dented the confidence of all type of consumers, be it emotional, rational. But the delight, the consumer delight, small things which like delights the consumer in terms of, for example, if you go to a store, you will see a very personalized offers to you, like whatever you wanted to buy that day, you may get some kind of like benefits offers specific to the consumers. So these are all the things which like delight the consumers. For example, if you go to a like a hotel for a stay, and suddenly they upgrade you, they'll given you like dinner free, access to the coffee shop free, whatever like the small things like the hotel may like spend like $50 to $100, but the kind of the delight which create in the minds of consumers, be it emotional or rational, the mileage which they get, and also the loyalty they exercise, which is enormous. So these consumers, those who get delighted, so they will not keep quiet. So definitely they will talk to their peer group, friends, relatives, and talk about the good things. And that will bring, like the millions of business back to the entity. So the consumer delight is a very, very important aspect which these companies need to exercise through this pandemic by understanding the consumer, and like ensure that whatever they offer to the consumers will provide value and delight the consumers. So in this, we see how a company can map and manage consumer psyche through pandemic in terms of managing consumers and make them as a partner for your business and growth, and which is very important for the development of any organization. So once again, thank you very much for continuously watching my videos and sharing with your network. So I really appreciate your valuable comments, and please keep posting your comments, and please give us direction of what kind of a series or videos you are looking. So thank you very much.